All right, let's see if that worked. Oh, and the title didn't save. Nice. That's always nice. Fuck, man. Fuck. Sick of dealing with this. Let's see. Sound check, please. Please, my goodness. My goodness gracious. Where are we at? You can hear? All right, cool. Good. All right. So, sorry, we're a little bit late today dealing with all that shenanigans. All the electronic shenanigans today. So, anyway, welcome everyone. I'll give it a few more minutes to let everybody roll in. And bro, I found out what was wrong with the Stream Deck. Much better? All right, thank you, Ali. That's good. Dude, I looked it up, and apparently Stream Deck and OBS, I guess, did an update somehow where now the shit no longer works. So now there's a bunch of problems, and so I can't like do cool shit. Like, watch, this isn't gonna fucking work. See, I get a little error message, so I can't like show you guys a little Instagram and the like button and all that shit. That's so lame, dude. I mean, I get that you got to update technology. I get that. But when you go in there and you just ruin it, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. But anyways, not that I want to start the week off complaining. I definitely can. But I guess we can get down to business now. So it is Monday. The NASDAQ is back in that Sunday's gap, and all three of the indices doing slightly different things today. So we'll see where price takes us this afternoon. What's good, Sebastian? What's good? Let me see if this works. Well, I don't have the like one. Oh no, I do. It's cool, guys. When you come in, if we could make this a habit, it would be really cool. Whenever you get on a live session, when you guys can hear me and the sound is good, just give the video a like. Okay, that way we can get two birds knocked out with one stone. We can do a sound check, and you guys can like the video or the stream rather before we get too far into it. Plus the likes help us get on the algorithm, on YouTube's algorithm. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know. Okay, so you see how the NASDAQ, the NASDAQ, so it's trading lower and then back up into Sunday's gap, whereas the S&P is higher and back down and reacting from Sunday's gap. See that? So that's interesting. And also take note, if you're following along from last week, I know we traded this and we ended up breaking even on ES, but you remember was that Friday? That was Friday. And wait, was it? No, I don't remember what day it was. Yeah. That's right. That's right. We had the 5 and the 1 minute up. So we were longing down in here. I just think it was on ES, not. Oh no, it was the micros. I'm tripping. Okay. We were targeting these equal highs here, and then we went ahead and also said that we might as well bump that next high as well. Notice where Sunday opened. Okay, now we were already out of the trade. We weren't, doing anything with that, but for sake of studying purposes, look where we open on Sunday, right up and into all that liquidity there. So that's what we wanted to see in the afternoon on Friday. We just didn't get that until Sunday, so that's cool, but whatever. So, and I had another screen, of course. And you got to restart your computer, you lose everything. So I was trying to watch the indices and then also watch the dollar index as well. So the dollar index has been dropping very, very significantly. And I think it's really close to making an intraday low as well. Oh no, it just did. So the dollar index trading lower has on an intraday basis, on a intermarket basis, it has pushed the indices a little bit, but I would be, well, I'm not bullish, I'm not bearish as of right now, but we do have a low from London and a low from this morning on the NASDAQ at 12,525.5. So if we get bearishness, that could be on the table for the downside. If we get upside, that's fine, but I don't necessarily have a high probability target for the NASDAQ on the upside today. I'm not sure. And that 5-minute imbalance we marked up on Friday as well, if you guys remember, we jammed right into that. So that's interesting. That's our current high of the week too. Very, very interesting. Not that I would ever trade Sunday's open, but just for studying purposes and conversation purposes, we do have that. So anyway, like I said, we won't be here like the whole 3 hours, but I'm thinking if we end up getting downside objective or like downside, heavy downside for NASDAQ, I think that's our weakest index today. 12,520 could be on the table, but if we end up trading higher and higher, that's fine, but I'm just not entirely sure just yet. So I don't know if I'm going to press any buttons today. I think we need to wait for a little bit more information. So let's rock our 15 and probably like a 1 minute, I guess. And then kind of see what we do. That looks a little bit better. And I don't know what that line is from. Oh shit, this is the S&P. But even then, the lines aren't on here. All right. Okay. Anyway. I heard Friday ups one of my toe mentors on your stream. I'm not sure what that means. What's good, D1? Hope all is well with you as well. Hope all is well. I have no complaints. I could, but I want to try and refrain from doing that. You know, what's the point of me telling you about people like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, Musonius Rufus, Socrates, if we don't practice the things that they preach? You know what I mean? Then what's the point? Then what is the point? Do you guys like the new webcam? Well, it's not a new webcam, but it's the display. It's a little bit smaller, so that way you get a little bit more screen. Do you guys think that's cool, or do you want that big ass screen? Because I personally, I think I like the circle a little bit better. That way you can still see me, but you can. I want you to be able to see more of the chart. You know what I mean? I want you to see more of the chart. Omar, wishing you a blessed evening as well. What time is it for you? Afternoon session for the indices is your evening time. That is blessed. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Oh, so whatever. Okay, that doesn't cross over there. All right. Cool. It's 7:22 p.m. for you. Man, so you're 7 hours ahead. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good schedule. I have to wake up early if I want to trade New York. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like getting up early. I told you recently a lot about Marcus Aurelius. You know, matter of fact, I have presentations on Stoic ideas and stuff like that. I just haven't released them, of course, but I have them, you know, and it's really interesting how, despite the position that Marcus was in, right, richest, wealthiest, most powerful man in the world at the time, right, Roman emperor, and was expanding Rome and taking over cities and, you know, doing all these things, but yet he struggled to get up in the morning. So look, man, to me, I'm thinking, if you're the most powerful person in the world and you also struggle with getting up, you know, it's just, there's no fucking way, man. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way. So it's nice to know that we're all human. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter how much power or wealth that you have. At the end of the day, we are human, no matter what. I think that's cool. So despite the vast difference in economic status between us, myself, and Marcus Aurelius, it's just the humanity is the same. So it's just cool. That's all I'm saying. Let me ask you guys this since you're here. Have y'all read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius? Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate that. We got the circular stream, or the circular camera now. At least for right now. I might switch it back. I don't know, but the circle, I think is cool. I think it's cool. I think it would be cooler if it had like a light around it. But maybe not. So anyways, I would not short the NASDAQ right now. I wouldn't just up and short this market. Even though it's our weakest index. You see the Dow trading higher as well. The S&P, it looks like it wants to make a higher high from the high about 2 hours ago. I don't know if it's going to do that. If it does, that'll be interesting. But I'm not trying to predict, you know, whether it's going to do that or not. Like Friday, where we were kind of going, yeah, it's going to take the low and then run up, and you know, all that. I'm not trying to do all that ping-ponging business today. I'd rather wait. I would rather wait. And let's check our Forex Factory. We have CAD news tomorrow. CPI for British pound in Wednesdays in London. Federal funds rate on Wednesday for the US. Oh, bank rate for British pound on Thursday. Unemployment on Thursday for the US. Unemployment claims. And yeah, so there's definitely a few different news this week, but nothing today. Today is blank. And the only thing tomorrow is CAD. So we have CPI, median CPI, and trim CPI. So if you are a trader of the Canadian dollar, be careful tomorrow. Be careful tomorrow. Might see some volatility. All right, so if we sell off from here, meaning the now and probably, I don't know, the next 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes, then we may look to start looking for shorts on the NASDAQ. But on a super small time frame, we do have those equal highs right here. But if you haven't seen my other screen before, I've shown it time and time again. It's just a screen that has the three indices on it, and then sometimes I'll throw on like a dollar index or maybe gold, something like that. And it's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy, okay? That's what it looks like. So, you know, it's just monitoring the dollar if I want to. Sometimes I just move it over and just look at the indices and that's it. But I'm looking at dollar right now too. So what I'm saying is, if you look at the Dow by itself, right, it's trading higher here. Well, at least that second high, like this high right there and that high right there. Okay, that on the S&P is seen like that. So then when you look at them together, Dow is higher, NASDAQ lower, S&P lower. So that's what I'm saying. Like if we sell off now, I mean, I don't know if we're going to or not. We could continue higher, but I'm saying like if we sell off now and go lower, that may end up setting a mitigation to go lower. And what the fuck is this? I don't know what that. Okay. Drawing tools, LOL. All right. So that's just what I'm monitoring on this other screen. Okay. So it's not like, you know, there's a secret or I don't know, some type of something different on another screen. Oh, I heard Friday, one of your mentors. Yeah. I'm bringing Dennis. I'm bringing on Dennis on Friday. I had asked my Instagram, right at the bottom right of your screen at John Fibonacci. That's my only one. And I had asked like who is killing it right now, like who deserves some recognition, like who should I bring on to YouTube? And I had, I think, more votes for Dennis than I did for anyone else. I did get a few different Matthew, so I'm gonna bring him on Wednesday, which I think you should already be able to see. You should be able to see that already under the live tab here. Okay, Taco Tuesday with Abundant Capital. So that's going to be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so we have Trade with Matthew coming on here. And a couple days ago, I clipped 2 different videos. We had 2 different clips. The S&P one that we did, that 40-minute segment of us, you know, putting the order in and managing the trade, and then I clipped a 30-minute segment of where we talked about Stoic ideas. So we went ahead and made that a episode, right? Smart Money Stoics. So if you guys have not seen that, if you're here for that, you were here for it. But if you haven't seen that, you can go watch that and get some more ideas, you know, and how ancient philosophy and Stoicism can, you know, help traders potentially become better traders. Know what I'm saying? You like the purple circle? Appreciate that, Willow. And I know you wanted to rhyme that because you're a rapper, so don't think I missed that. I saw that. I saw what you did there, Willow. I saw it. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, I had a good weekend. I didn't sleep that well. But it's cool. It's good, Nicholas. Are you still looking to do a session with V for Valentino? We'll have to. Everyone that's been on, I'm looking to bring them on again. You know what I mean? If they want to, of course. They don't have to. They want to. They're more than welcome to. All right. So those equal highs that I talked about on that super small time frame, that 1 minute. Those are traded into. See, I don't like to short when there's equal highs. Now you know why. It's like, oh, we should short, and then boom, the market goes up. Bam, like fuck. You don't want that to happen, do you? You don't want to short with equal highs, do you? You can. It's your account. You do what you want, but this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. By any means. Sloppy price action on the indices today, don't you think? Bearish divergence at the moment, though. I don't think today was sloppy. I think it's a little shaky right now, but there was some opportunity this morning. If you look at the order flow here. Oh no, fuck. It was S&P. It was S&P. Or am I tripping? Well, I got too much shit going on. Give me a second. There was something I wanted to show you. Oh, maybe you're right. Oh, wait. I think I found it. All right, maybe you're right. Maybe it was sloppy, but it was this morning at 8:48. 8:48. Here. We got to run on this low. All right, not by much, but it's there. And then we ran higher, came down, swept these lows, and smacked into that imbalance beautifully. And then look at that. We fucking ran from there. So that was nice. In here, that was nice. I didn't watch that though. Dude, I don't even think I woke up. I didn't get out of bed probably till like 10:15 or 10:30 because I just chalked up today, like whatever. So there's that. But as far as what we do this afternoon, it looks like we may end up trading lower. S&P took that one high. All right. Okay, Nasdaq, same thing. All right. Look, this looks kind of it looks kind of doo-doo. But I'd be curious to see if we trade into that imbalance and then trade lower. But I'm not gonna put an order on that. I'm not gonna put in an order on that. But I would study this imbalance though. And that if we did like 56 to 70, that'd only be like a 14 stop, like a 14-point stop on the Nasdaq. But again, I'm just not going to trade that, but I am going to watch it just to see what we do there. You know what I mean? That 5-minute divergence that I pointed out to you. See? We started selling off though, didn't we? I don't know why I said 20. I do that all the time. 32,500 for the Dow. That was the whole number right there too that it was reacting from. So we'll put this back up here. But on a 1 minute, it looks like a really, really long shot. But the 1 minute will do that to you. The 1 minute will do that to you. So again, 12,525 and a half could be a downside objective for the NASDAQ, excuse me. Nicholas says this morning was good. I'm done for the day. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. And that's usually how it's supposed to go. You know, if you get one good trade in the morning, you don't have to do much for the rest of the afternoon. I'm gonna screenshot this just to see if my idea is right later on. Again, I'm not putting an order in there, but I'm just curious to see if we trade from this imbalance all the way down here. I'm not trying to be one of those dudes that's like, yeah, let's get a 1 to 10 on an intraday. It's just really like early order flow, and sometimes I like to wait just for a little bit more evidence. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And let me we'll watch the dollar index on the same 5-minute time frame as the other indices, just to see, because again, I trust relative strength more so than intermarket. Okay, look at that. See, we didn't put an order in on that. Nope. So the dollar on a 5-minute chart is trading down and into an imbalance. So if the dollar rallies from here, that could give us a push lower on the indices. What the 5-minute indices look like doo-doo. They don't look good. Look at this 5-minute in here. What is that? What is that? It looks horrendous. Horrendous. Know what I mean? Do you think DJI is coming for those highs? Dollar index has equal lows on the 5-minute. No. The one to the right slightly lower on the dollar index. What I am going to do though is screenshot my other chart, because I'll study this later. Because I'll see again if this dollar push higher ends up sending the indices lower. I won't know until later. And if the dollar goes up and the indices go up, then I'm gonna fucking never look at this bullshit again. I'm just kidding, but I'm gonna question that a little bit and try and figure out what the hell is wrong with that. DJI, I don't know. I don't know. We have that gap down here too. What was your question again? For those highs. Which highs? What time frame are you referring to? Guys, remember, you have to give me specifics. There's multiple time frames, multiple assets. And if you're gonna ask a question, that's fine, but it has to be specific. Otherwise, I don't know what we're looking at here. Okay, the lows are not the same as the futures, but that's okay. But that's okay. Well, you know, we definitely could. I'll tell you that. If you're referring to the high at Thursday the 16th, that could be on the table. And then we have a high on the 14th as well. Well, and of course, both of those are 5 minutes. You could. Definitely could. It stopped just barely. Just barely. Look at that. Look how close that is. That's crazy. That is crazy. So you're right. If those are the highs, yeah, see? See, look at that. I guessed. It was just a guess. But no, you're right. That could be a possibility. Could be. I'm gonna take that off as well. And leave this up. Leave this up here. The dollar has some highs at 103.44. Maybe 103.45. If you look at a 5-minute chart. This. Okay? This is what I'm referring to on my other screen. I'm looking at this. That low was taken. We rallied, we traded down and into this imbalance here. So I'm thinking, all right, if the dollar rallies above this 103.44, 45, that if that is the case, and there's some equal highs over here as well, up at 103.5. If that rallies higher, the question is, does that drop the indices like a bad habit? Is what I'm looking at. That's kind of what I'm questioning. And then you also have a slightly lower S&P and a slightly higher NASDAQ on a super small time frame. So, you know, sometimes shit just does what it does, you know? It does what it does. But I will say this one more time. I'm not the greatest when it comes to intermarket relationships. Okay? Especially on an intraday basis. But hopefully it makes sense though. Because they could both rally. The dollar could rally and then the indices could rally too. And that's one of the reasons why, to me, like, I don't rely on it. It's not my crutch. In terms of relative strength, is the timing more important than time frame? I noticed a divergence would form sometimes in, say, a 1 minute, and that would be the low. T-bonds are traded lower all day too. T-bonds. Okay, so time is important. Time frame is important too. So on an intraday basis, timing is super important, right? Excuse me. I just had breakfast before we hopped on here, so sorry. Got the hiccups a little bit. That's why we mark up 12, 2, and 3. I mean, you can mark up 1 o'clock as well. That's like the new hour. That's fine. But this, like, to me, is the afternoon session. And I'm thinking, well, what could be on the table for today? And the NASDAQ has those lows that are fairly scrumptious on the 15-minute. Okay, but if we're gonna go that low today in this afternoon session, we would need some really aggressive lower pricing, and it just doesn't look like it wants to do that yet. It doesn't look like it. So timing is important, time frame is important as well. And this is why when we streamed on Friday, we had 2 time frames up. We had the 1 minute on the right, and we had a 5 minute on the left. And that's kind of very similar to what we're doing today. We're looking at 2 different time frames here. You know what I mean? We could do 3, but you know, you got 3 time frames, and we're going across different assets, and then we're doing intermarket, and it's going to be really hard for people to follow along, because I know it'd be hard as fuck to follow that. I know it would be. Like me in the confinement of my own room and my own charts, I can do it. Like, that's why I put the hoodie on, because I put my hoodie on and I'm fucking laser beamed focus. I'm not thinking about shit else, you know? I'm not thinking about money. I'm not thinking about food. I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm just strictly focused. All right, what's the algorithm gonna do? Who's in fucking open profit? Are we at a good time? Do we have high probability target? Okay, what's the entry? What's the risk? And I'm, you know, trying to focus. So sometimes, you know, if we try to do too many things, too many moving parts, you get lost in a sauce and you end up getting fucking wrecked, you know? So this is very interesting how what we've done here on a small time frame. And I still think that 5 minute doesn't look good. If we sell off for the indices, or the S&P at least, if we sell off, the first available target is 39.54 and a quarter. Now I marked these lows up earlier. I don't think when that low was formed just yet. Those were the only 2 on the table. But then we came all the way down here and then ran back up again. So then this low is now right there. So that would be the first available target. But again, that's only on the condition that we do trade lower, because I could be wrong on that and we could trade higher. Okay, I know I say that a lot. I don't have a high conviction. I hardly ever have a super high conviction, but when I do, though, that's when I drop some price level on Twitter. And that's why if you look at those tweets, I'm right way more often than I am wrong, or I'm right but my timing is bad. Like Friday, for example, we wanted those highs, but they didn't occur till Sunday. What the fuck? You know, what am I supposed to do about that? I can't do that about that. We were still right. It's just the timing was bad. What do you want me to do? I'm a human with many flaws, and I don't always get it right. But there's that. Much love from Italy. Hey, appreciate you guys. I love Italian food. I need authentic Italian food, because this Olive Garden bullshit ain't it. It ain't it. I need some fettuccine alfredo. I need some manicotti. I need some anything that ends in an A or an I. I need it. Lasagna, spaghetti. If it ends in an A or an I need it. I need it. With a fucking 1.5 pounds of Parmesan cheese. So, whenever you guys come over to the US, I need some of that. I need the what is it? The gabagool. I need the shit that Tony Soprano had. You know? When I want to visit, you're most welcome. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. JK, I'm not sure I've had that before. To be honest, I can't even say that I've had authentic Italian before. There is a mom and pop Italian restaurant here by my house, but I have no idea if it's authentic. I have no idea. Could be, but I don't know. They're good. And I'm really glad that they survived the lockdowns as well, because a lot of restaurants and a lot of mom and pop shops went under. But they did not, and they're on Uber Eats as well. All right, so anyway, whoops, where was that line? Was that here? 2 and 3, yeah, okay. Anyway, so if the dollar wants to rally, if it comes down into that one down candle, I think the equivalent would be the S&P of this one. I think that would be the equivalent. And let me just zoom in a little bit on that so you guys can get a better view. Okay, so does that make sense? Is everybody on the same page with what we're looking at? It looks kind of like shit, I'll be honest. But if you came on here expecting like, all right, John's gonna he's gonna tell me to enter a trade and then manage it and all that, that's not what we're here for. Okay. You thought. We're doing a little bit of Intermarket. I mean, listen, me and Intermarket on an intraday basis, shaky at best. But the logic is there, I would think. Now, I didn't do a top down on the dollar or anything like that. That's strictly based off of intraday basis. So, you know, is it a full top down thorough analysis? It is not. It is not. Let me tell you guys something as well. Let me tell you something. I bought a portable ice bath. Just so you know. I bought a portable ice bath. So let's see if that comes in very soon. Start taking some cold plunges, if you will. All right. The NASDAQ looks like the bottom of a trash bag after a party. Just does not look good, you know? Does not look good. But let me ask you guys this. Do you guys have an ice bath? Or at least a method of taking a cold shower or a cold plunge? Now, I've done the shower before, but I just don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same. Now, I haven't done a actual cold plunge, like with water and ice, you know, all that. That's why I'm ordering, or I ordered this, you know, tub the other day, and I got the email confirmation that it's supposed to be coming in. They gave me a tracking number, and you click on it and there's no data available yet, so that means they just put it together, so they don't, it's probably not even in the mail yet, but that'll be really cool. Do you guys have an ice bath? Let me know. Let me know. And if you guys are enjoying watching Price, give the video a like. Give the video a like. I would greatly appreciate that. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It is free. You see, so this is that shit I'm talking about. We have seen a higher dollar. Look at that shit. Look at that. Right? We outlined this imbalance here to say, okay, well, you know, if it trades into that and then up, that rally in the dollar index could be what sends us lower for the S&P, and we barely have done anything. Barely have done anything. The Nasdaq, what is this? It's like when I don't stream, we get really good price action, and then when I do stream, it's like we get this horrendousness. Yuck. So let's see if dollar takes 103.45 soon. I mean, I don't know, that's what I'm still watching for, but you know, we outlined some things, but they're not really step for step. You know what's interesting too? I get fucking copyright on my videos. How? I listen to music that is non-copyright, like non-copyright lo-fi, non-copyright jazz, non-copyright this, that, and the third, but yet I get flagged. What the fuck? Oh, there's your sell-off. Kinda. Hit this imbalance right here. Kind of reacting a little bit. So again, if we were bearish, we would want to see price trade through that imbalance. We wouldn't want to see a reversal from that. Again, if you happen to be bearish, you could be bullish. You could say, "Nah, John, fuck that. I'm gonna buy it." Oh, well, okay. Do your thing. Do your thing. But I'm not doing that. How much did it cost you? $109. So not expensive. Sometimes I think the shower is harder because it's just flowing cold water as opposed to being sat still in a tub of water. I heard it creates a warm layer of water around your skin. What do you think? What do I think about what? I already went to the website. Going to buy one too. Thanks for the referral. Oh, okay. Nikki, did you get the one that I dropped? Did you use my link? Because they do have a referral program as well. So if you guys go and buy one using my link, then that will benefit me. Yep. And I only do that to cover the cost of the emails, because it costs money for the MailChimp service to send you guys emails every Wednesday. It costs me money to do that. So you get it for free, but I pay for it. So think about that, because I can see how many people got the emails and I can see how many people opened it. So you need to open your emails, people. You need to open them. Open your emails. All right. Dollar taking a little bit of a pullback on that 5 minute. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh, my camera might be off centered by a little bit, but oh well. Oh well. So anyway, let's see. Ooh, you know what? Now we're getting that. Now we're getting that push lower. NASDAQ still hasn't done anything. The NASDAQ's still consolidating on that 5 and 1 minute chart. What is going on over there? The Dow's definitely pulled back some, and we've been watching the S&P this whole time anyway. So yeah, they're definitely sliding lower. Look at that. Look at that. It's just not a lot in terms of points though. Like, okay, 7 points. I mean, that's not bad. Just not a, it's not entirely a home run. At least at the moment. We still got the rest of the day. We'll just put this imbalance back up here for a minute and we'll see kind of what it does. There's a 1 minute right there too. See that? So like if you were looking to take partials, like if we were in on that short, if we were in on that 5 minute that I outlined here, I would probably take a partial here, like right here at 72. It's just an easy 1 minute and 5 minute imbalance overlap. The market has gone the direction that we wanted it to go. And I would probably go break even as well. Probably like 2 ticks. I'd go break even plus like 2 ticks. 2 or 3 ticks just to cover commission, which is not a lot. And then I'd want to see this probably go to the downside. Have you read The Daily Trading Coach by Brett Steenbarger? It's sauce? No, I have not. I've never heard of that. But I'll look into it. It's like NASDAQ was the weakest until we started selling, and now it's the strongest. Yeah, I don't know. It is interesting. It is very interesting. This is also a 15-minute imbalance on the S&P. So we had a 15, a 5, and a 1-minute imbalance, like right here. The dollar pulling back into that 5-minute up candle. Or, excuse me, down candle. I don't know why I said up candle. We'll see what it does. And we shall see. So if the dollar pulls back into 103.35, 103.34, that happens to be a 15-minute imbalance, so that could be something, but I am not sure. I think I'd be fairly confident though if we were in up on that. And all I'm watching now is just this up candle, just to see what we do. If it was me, I'd want to see us trade lower. I wouldn't want to see us come back to 39.79 and a half. But you know, it's just Monday. It's just Monday. So we'll be here probably, we'll do maybe 20-30 minutes, and then we'll probably cut it off for today. And there's the dollar reaching into that 15-minute imbalance. But if this just completely obliterates that and goes lower, then I don't know. And I do not know. Because that 15-minute closes in a minute and 15 seconds from now. So I don't know. What else you guys looking at today? You use my link, Nikki. I appreciate that. Did you get 15% off? And I don't think they charge me for shipping either. I think it's like free shipping. And I'll show you guys again when that actually comes in and I set it up and all that. I can pull it up for the stream actually. Here, I'll put this up here for just a minute. Can you guys see that? Neuro cover, portable ice bath, blah blah blah. This is what I got right here. The Neuro cover portable ice bath. I was gonna get the ice cube trays. I might order those. They have a cool outdoor water absorbent mat. An infrared sauna, and whatever the fuck that is. But this is what I got right here. And I got it with this lid too, in a carrying case. So this is what it's supposed to look like when I get it and put it together. 400 liters. I don't even know how much that is. But inflatable cushion to sit on. Oh my god, I didn't even know that was there. That's cool. But yeah. So if you get, I guess, not that I'm trying to sell you no shit, but I guess if you get that plus the ice cube tray and the mat, I guess they give you a discount for getting all three. Fuck, man, that's what I should have did. I didn't know they'd be giving the discounts like that. That's crazy. Oh man, look at that shit. This guy's got a rubber duck in there, man. Look at that rubber duck. I gotta give me one of those. See, that guy has it. Well, there's that. That's what that looks like, guys. Portable ice bath. I don't know if I can send the link on YouTube. Let me try. There you go. And I'll pin that. So if you guys want to get a ice bath from Neuro Cover, you can use my link to get 15% off. Again, I will receive a commission, but you get 15% off. So we got to become healthy. You know what I mean? Health is wealth. We had Civ on here before. If you guys missed that, you need to go watch it, right? At Slaying Markets with Slaying Pips, right? You know, he came on and was talking a lot about health. You know, health is wealth, and that's true. And you know, I don't always do the most healthiest shit. You know, I still drink Bang Energy and Rain, but you know, we've all got our vices. But in general, I drank a lot of water yesterday. Did a little bit of workout yesterday. I was outside for over an hour yesterday, which may not sound all that impressive to you, but it was good though. You know, I was walking around, getting the heart rate up, and doing good things. So, you know, some people wonder why they don't have the results that they want, but yet they're not doing everything within their power to become better, you know, to do more. Now, I'm not saying an ice bath is going to make you a profitable trader. I'm not saying that, but you know, you want to elevate your mind, man. I give you books, I give you ideas. I know the ice bath would help. You know, you become a more disciplined person. And if you can become a more disciplined person, then hopefully you can become a more disciplined trader as well. At least that's the idea. We are still at a very weird spot. See, the Nasdaq still has not done anything. Still has not done hardly anything. It's been stuck in this really small range, where the S&P has actually been grinding a little bit lower. And the Dow kind of just in the middle. It sold off a little bit like the S&P, but on a 5-minute hasn't done entirely too much. So may not be bearish after all. We may be bullish from here. So maybe that 5-minute was the play. The 5-minute imbalance, maybe that was the play. But I didn't long that. See, if we were bearish, we wouldn't want it to come back to our entry. But I can tell you this, just like Friday, do you understand why we look to take partials? If we had shorted that and then partialed here and then broke even on the rest of it, at least we got something out of it. Make sense? Buy a plastic barrel and cut it in half so you get 2 tubs. You can invite a friend. Make versus buy. Well, I guess it just depends on what you want to do. We traded right into this gap right there too. It's kind of interesting. Which is barely seen on the 1 minute. That's interesting. But hey, you know, you could buy it, you could build it, you could steal one. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to. Not that I would advise that, but it's just about whatever you want to do. You know, if I've got the budget for it, which I do, then you know, I don't want to make it any harder than it has to be. Some people like doing extra shit. Like, I'm sure if I went to Home Depot or Lowe's that I could go find the PVC pipe and a tarp and whatever else with the I forgot what the fuck it's a zip ties, and I'm sure I could put something together to make my own ice bath for probably $50, like half the price, right? I could probably do that, or I might have to YouTube it and kind of figure it out, because you know I'm not like a carpenter or you know, no shit like that. But at the end of the day, think about how much time that would take. Get in my car, drive over to Lowe's, look for all that shit, stand in line to go buy it, get back in the car, be in traffic on the way home, then get home, bring it all inside, YouTube the video, start putting it together, do something wrong, have to redo it, finally put it together outside and everything. That's a lot of time, right? That's a lot of time. Whereas I could just pay $109 and only put it together when it gets here, which I'm sure it probably has directions, so it'll be easier, and then boom. So I'd be saving the time as well. And that's one thing I didn't really learn until later in life. is the time management, man. You know, like when you're at the movies, you know, they charge like $20 for popcorn. $20 for popcorn. Dude, I could go to the grocery store and spend $20 on popcorn and have enough for like a month. But it's a convenience thing at the movie theater. It's convenience, right? It's to save you time. You're already there. You know, the person you're with probably wants popcorn, so you're just like, ah, fuck it, I'll pay it, right? It's the same idea. Sometimes we pay a premium on things in order to save ourselves time, or to save ourselves frustration of trying to put shit together. That's why, like on Amazon now, or even certain websites like IKEA, probably, they now give you the option like, look, we'll sell you the furniture, we'll sell you the bookshelf, whatever it is that you want, but hey, you know what, if you pay like $75, $100 or $200, we'll put it together for you too. It's just a convenience thing, you know? So some things I would do, but there's some things I would not do. Like a bookshelf, I could probably put a bookshelf together. This desk I put together, it ain't put together the best, I'd say it at, but it works. Now a bookshelf, on the other hand, you know, I take a lot of pride in the books that I have. I have many, couple hundred books. You know, I take pride in that. So if I get a nice bookshelf, I'd rather have someone else build it, who probably builds things for a living. Okay, well, they probably know what they're doing, so I'll pay them more and get them to build it, you know, because I would take more pride in that. Like, I would take more care of that, and I know that they would build it better than I can. See what I'm saying? You buy a storage bin for $50. A storage bin. You might be right. You might be right. I'd rather get like a metal one or an aluminum one. I don't know. I've already bought it, so it's already on the way. John says, we can always get money, but we'll never get back our time. Exactly. Exactly. So, all right. Well, the dollar completely obliterated to the downside. So it said, you know, it said, screw those highs. I'm just going to come back down. So now we've made, or it looks like it's about to make a new low. So looks like the indices are going to push higher. But we're really not seeing like a strong rally though. Only on the NASDAQ. That's interesting. I wonder if this is going to act as a mitigation. Even though it looks like garbage. That looks like doo-doo. The 2 minute doesn't really look all that much better either. Yeah, see, that doesn't look good to me. So like There's a potential mitigation imbalance overlap, but I don't like that. The 5 minute does look a little forced. And the 1 minute doesn't really have the ideal structure to it. Whereas on Monday or Friday of last week, we saw better structure in terms of like what occurred over here for the S&P on Friday. This doesn't look great for the NASDAQ. It still could. And if it does trade higher, then I guess the morning's low at 10:30 is 12,700 if we round up, which I think could easily be on the table, but I'm not really feeling that small time frame. Because by definition, if we look at it, that is a low, high, lower low, and then we traded through that and back into it. And as I'm drawing that, we take a 1 minute candle or a 5 minute candle to the fucking base. See what I mean? It's just something about it just isn't right. Well, so that 5 minute up candle, we came back into that fairly quickly here, but then there's that gap it came back for. And the dollar, I don't know what the fuck the dollar's doing. I don't even know. The dollar trades lower and then the indices trade lower as well. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. And that's why I'd rather study it and watch it than to tell you to press buttons based on that. Oh, that was an 80 level too. Damn. Why didn't y'all point that out? You're all fired. Every last one of you are fired. There's an 80 level right there, folks. Damn. All right. Well, anyway, now we're getting some excitement on the small time frame. This little gap right there. Literally a gap right there. I spent a few minutes there too. We just created some lows. Nice little equal lows. I don't know if that's gonna hold for long, but we'll see. Finally getting some movement though. I like that. I want to see some shit. I don't want to just be on here and then nothing happens. I want to see something, you know? Anyway, let me check the chat real quick. Sometimes you guys just let me talk too much. Dollar prints, too much money. Yeah, the dollar definitely does. The Fed just prints and prints. The dollar has a gap in price, 103.23 to 103.25 on the 14th of February, 23rd. Are gaps important for having both buys and sells offered within a price gap? Yeah, gaps are important. Gaps are important. There is a level of sensitivity around gaps. There definitely is. Not every single gap, but the ones on the daily and weekly time frames definitely are. A lot of the times, really good setups too form within those gaps. For those of you that are taking notes, okay? Some people show up here, don't have a notebook, and then, you know, I give you some things and you go, oh yeah, that's cool. And then 2 days later, you forget. You got to bring a notebook, guys. You got to bring a notebook. I don't know what you know and what you don't know, because there's a lot of you. Oh, see? Now we're getting some expansion. A little bit. A little bit. I just don't like how we left that gap right there, though. We did take those lows right there. So I did not say that this was a short, but we did outline this gap here when we traded into that. If that was a trade that we had taken, this new low that we just arrived at would be a good partial. Okay, meaning from that, oh, meaning from this to this, that is pretty good. That's about 8 points, so that's not bad. But look, I missed it. I didn't say we'd short that. You know, it is what it is. Okay, I'm not here to try and call every move, but for studying purposes and for those of you that have been following along, that was good. Oh, nice little expansion candle. Nice little jab lower. Look at that jab. See how jabs in there? Like a boxer, just jab. Lower, lower. See what I'm saying? That's pretty good. That is pretty good. And it looks like, whoop, sorry. It looks like it hit that small gap right there. But look, these gaps form like all the time. And I'm not going to point out every single one of them. I mean, they happen everywhere, like all over the place. But if you notice, the important ones happen at important levels. You guys think we should short on a paper account? Let me say something. Well, it looks kind of shitty. You guys think we could short that gap with a target down here and a stop at this high? You think that would be you think that'd be decent? What do you guys think? I keep losing my chart. So the indices sell off, but the dollar doesn't rally. See? That's why I trust relative strength more. Way more. Intermarket on an intraday basis, I'm not great at. And you see that. You see that shit in real time. In real fucking time. Oh, another jab. Jab, jab, jab. Straight to the outside. It's pretty cool. Imran says nope. So you don't agree, huh? If we shorted, say 75, a stop at, let's see, 81. Targeting that. Well, it'd probably be below that. You don't think so? I mean, it's fine. Okay. You think Euro USD long? Dollar correlation is not reliable on an intraday basis. No, it's, for me, it's not. Some people use it. Some people, they're like, oh yeah, da 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 da. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? But then I try to do it. I try to do it and it doesn't fucking, you know? All right, well, let's just leave the risk reward tool on then. Still want to put that 1 to 3 there. So that's what I'll leave you guys with then. We'll cut it here because I got some other things I got to do. We'll see if we get a sell-off here at the end of the day. The dollar is doing whatever it wants to do and is really not, you know, it just, I'm looking at the indices on the dollar and I don't see any correlation there. So we'll just keep that there. Okay, so again, this, you know, this is live analysis. I'm not a financial advisor. I would never tell you guys to take a trade. We're just studying price. Okay, that's all we're doing. I'm just gonna leave the risk reward tool on there. I'm gonna leave it at that, and that's gonna be the end of it. Okay, so we will be here tomorrow, Taco Tuesday, with Abundant Capital. I'll take a brief look at Euro, and then we'll go ahead and dip. Dippity dip dip. I don't know why I have a bunch of markups on here. I was actually more bullish on British pound. I pointed that out last week. Remember the daily? Remember that gap I showed you? Oh, big surprise there. That gap? Look what we've done. That was 200 pips ago. That was 200 pips ago. So that's pretty cool. It's really late. Look at that sweep on lows, mitigation there. Oh, maybe you guys can't see that. Look at that from this morning. London swept lows, ran higher, came back to mitigate during London 4:30 a.m. and then hit the rip stain to the upside. You were notified about that gap. Now, did I say I was bullish? No. I just said I want to see what we do from there. But typically, if we gapped up and came back to trade into that when the euro was much lower, British pound is stronger than euro. You still see a rally on the euro, but it's just not as convincing. Doesn't have that same conviction. And the euro has already rallied. I would be very hesitant to trade the euro today. Like, I wouldn't do anything now, but those are my thoughts on that. So from there, I will leave it at that. We've been on here for an hour and a half. So, you know, there's that. Y'all be blessed. Have an amazing day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, or no, same place, but a different time at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, guys. I'll see you then.